Hello again, gamers. I am here at PAX Unplugged, and I'm here with Guildhouse Games, and Anthony here from Guildhouse Games is going to tell us about their game, Varia. So take it away, Anthony.
All right, so Varya is, we refer to it as a first-person card game. What that means is basically you do everything. There's no minions, heroes, anything like that. You swing the sword, you raise the shield, you cast the fireballs at your opponent's face. All right, so the way that it works is essentially we each have a class deck, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plan out our turns of the different actions we're doing, like punches, blocks, that sort of a thing. Then we're going to roll the dice moment to moment to see whose cards come out on top. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so to start, basically, how familiar are you with card games?
Very.
Very? Okay, so just a little orientation on the mat. We have your deck here. Your deck represents the actions that you are taking as the player. We have in the character zone the items. These are the things that you bring to the fight. You're a volcanic warrior, so you have a lava axe and a big hammer, thorium crusher, right? Discard pile, that's where stuff goes at the end of each turn. Forgotten pile is a special zone we'll cover during the demo, okay? Out here in the middle is the timeline. So all the actions we do are gonna take place in time, right? So we might do like a punch, punch, kick, and then in response you might dodge, dodge, raise a shield, right? So this is where all the action happens out here in the timeline. So a little orientation of the card itself, right? So what we have in the top left is the cost. So every turn, players have 10 action points that they can spend. This card, for example, would cost 3. Okay. In the top right, we have a number here that is called power. Directly below that is called focus. Okay. The power is in a square shape. That's because it comes with a D6. So you can read this as 3 plus a D6. The focus is in a triangle because it comes with a D4. Okay? Power on an attack is how hard you hit. On a block, it's how much damage you can prevent. Okay? Focus on an attack is how accurate you are. Do you actually land the hit? Focus on a block is how able are you to get out of the way. Do a dodge, that sort of thing. Okay? Got the name and the art. Then we have rules. This is a card game, so every card has its own kind of unique rule that changes the way things work, right? All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna basically do a scripted demo where I'm gonna know exactly what cards you have. It's gonna teach you in 3 turns the core kind of rules of the game and like how everything works to give you an idea of just how the combat system functions.
Okay.
Each class itself fights in a slightly different thematic way, but they all fight in the same kind of core system. These are the 8 phases of the turn. Okay. What you and I are going to do is we're going to take turns being an active player and a reactive player.
Okay.
All right. At the start of every turn, you and I are both going to draw 10 cards, and we're going to go back up to 10, or we're going to draw 2 cards, excuse me, and go up to 10 action points. Okay, we will both do that every single turn.
Okay.
Then we'll have a movement step. I'll cover what that means later. We'll have a action and reaction step. That is when we will take turns planning out our turn with our cards. We'll have a fast action and fast reaction step. That's our chance to quickly change what we're doing because maybe how you responded isn't looking so hot for me, right? And vice versa. Then we will resolve. So we will pay for our actions in timeline order. We will roll the dice in timeline order moment to moment, okay? And then finally at the end of the turn, we will switch and I will become the active player and you will become the reactive player.
Okay.
All right? So what we're gonna do is over the course of these 3 turns, we'll cover these different points and you'll get a really good idea for how things work. So for the very first turn of the game, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna draw 6 cards instead of 2.
That's why I went for the small one. I was gonna say, we're full up, unfortunately, like everything.
Yep. Too many, sorry.
No worries. Now, what I would like you to do is take a critical strike card from your hand and play it here in moment 1.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what you have just done is you have planned an action, okay? So what I'd like you to do is take another critical strike, plan it in moment 2. And those weapons you have equipped, they're not just for show. Take that hammer, plan it in moment 3. Excellent. All right, so what we have just done there is step 3, action. So you, the active player, have laid out your plan for the turn. You're gonna attack me, attack me, attack me, okay? So your advantage as active player is that you set what is called the resolution window for the turn. For the remainder of this turn, we will only have 3 moments in time that we can work with, okay? That's your advantage. My advantage as a reactive player is that I know exactly what you're trying to do, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block, and then I'm actually gonna attack you back, okay? So that would be step 4, that's the reaction. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip right to resolution. We're gonna go to step 7, okay? So in this first moment here, we have an attack versus a block. In order for your attack to hit me, your focus has to be equal to or higher than mine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll our D6 and D4.
One of you guys can hit me. All right?
That was a good catch.
Thank you.
All right, so my total focus is 2. What do you have?
I have 7.
Beautiful. So you definitely hit. More importantly, you rolled the maximum, so your critical strike will crit.
Nice.
You'll get a bonus 3 damage.
Nice.
So what do you have for power?
5.
Plus the bonus 3.
Plus bonus.
So you got 8.
8, yes.
My power, however, is I rolled a 6 and I have a base 8, so I have 14. So I just absorbed that entire blow.
I see.
Okay? So we'll move on to moment 2 now. Okay? All right.
So I rolled a 5 total for my
5 total focus.
So I don't beat you.
My total focus is 8. I get out of the way.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to go to moment 3. We're attacking into each other, so there's no risk that either one of us misses.
No, but I can't miss?
You can't miss because I'm attacking you back.
Oh, okay.
All right, so total damage, I rolled a 5 plus 3. I got 8. What do you have?
I also have 8.
All right, so we clash off of each other. Nobody takes any damage.
Oh, okay.
So the 8s cancel each other out. All right, turn is over. So all of our cards will go to discard.
Yeah, the white one.
Okay. Your items go back to your character zone. All right, so that's the first turn. What we've learned is kind of how to plan actions and how attacks work versus blocks and how attacks work versus other attacks.
Okay.
We're going to move on to turn number 2. We're both going to draw 2 cards. We're both going to go back up to 10 action points. And now I am going to be the active player. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtle strike, and then I'm going to transfusion Draga, and I will pass to you. So you can respond in any way that you want. Keep in mind that you'll have 10 action points that you can spend over the course of the turn.
The action points are these here, yes?
Yes, correct. Top left.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do now is that's steps 3 and 4. We're going to do 5 and 6. Fast action, fast reaction. So at this point, right, now we want to maybe switch some things up, amend our plan based on what we're seeing. Okay? So, 1 second. All right. That's the Dragon Knight. So, at this point in the game, the only cards that you can play are cards that have the keyword fast. Okay? A fast card can do one of 2 things. It can be planned as a replacement, so I could put it here and replace what I was doing.
Okay.
The thing I replaced would go face down to the Forgotten Zone. Okay? That's the first thing that I could do. The second thing that I could do is I could make what is called a combo. So I could put this on top of my card, and now this will be treated as one giant card.
Wow.
So it'll cost 5, it'll be a 2/2 with 2 sets of dice, and they will share all rules, everything. So
Okay.
it just becomes a big giant attack.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm actually going to do that here.
Okay.
Okay? Oh no, well, I'll do it over here actually. All right, so we'll end the turn. All right. So at this point, I would pass to you. If you have anything fast, you could do it.
No.
All right. So then it comes back to me. Those steps loop until we both pass without doing anything.
Okay.
So I'll also pass. We'll go to resolution. So here we got an attack versus a block. So we'll roll. Looks like I miss. So you completely dodged it.
Nice.
Move on to this next one here. I hit you, but unfortunately, you're going to prevent it all.
Nice.
Okay? Move on to this final one here. So I got my double dice going.
Oh!
Man!
What?
So we got an attack
What?
into an attack, so there's no risk of missing. I rolled terribly. So what happens here, right? I rolled a 2. Where did it go? There it is. My total power is 5.
Yes.
Your total power, unfortunately for me, is 7.
Yes.
So I will take damage. So I'm going to take 2 damage here. I'm going to go down to 28.
Very cool.
So even though I was the active player and I set up this turn, you ended up attacking me and dealing damage to me.
Yes.
Okay? All right, turn's over. We're going to move on to the third
So
turn.
again, this comes back. These get discarded.
Yep, exactly.
We draw 2 again.
We both draw 2, and now you are the active player. So, up until this point, right, we've been rock'em sock'em robots. We've
Yes.
just been standing there kind of punching each other in the face, right?
Yes.
Varia also has this concept of distance. So you and I can be in one of 2 states with one another. We can either be engaged, where we're right up next to each other, and our attacks have no risk of missing,
Okay.
or we can be disengaged.
Okay.
In which case, any attacks that do not have the keyword ranged automatically miss.
Okay.
Okay? So, up until this point, we've been skipping step 2. So, as the active player, the other key advantage that you have is that at the start of the turn, you get to decide if we're going to start engaged or disengaged. So what I would like you to do is say that we're going to start engaged.
Yeah, engage. None of my stuff has range.
All right, so I'd like you to put a flurry of fists down in moment 1. What that card is going to do is it's going to let you make as many copies of it as you want in the next moments. So I would like you to make 4.
Four more flurry of fists.
Boom,
please.
boom, boom, and boom.
That sounds like fun.
So you are punching, 10 moment turn. One reason why you might want to do that is because this is very efficient.
Okay.
I only have 4 cards in my
Can't
hand.
block it all.
I only have 1 item that is a 2 or less.
Okay.
So the odds of me being able to deal with this are low, right? However,
Okay.
I have a card called Backflip. So what Backflip does is at the start of the moment, I get to disengage. So all of these are going to miss.
That is cool.
So I will pass to you. Do you have anything fast that you want to use to try to fix this situation that you're in?
Where do they say fast? Is it
So there's
bottom?
2 indicators. One is just it says fast in the rules, and the other is there's a lightning bolt up here that kind of help you out.
Hello, England. Welcome. How you guys doing today?
I'm gonna play explosive charge to get back into the combat.
Beautiful. Now, do you want to do it in moment 1, 2, 3? Where do you want to do it?
1, because I want to be right back in.
Okay, so here's the catch.
Oh,
This engagement will happen at the start of the moment.
and yours.
Mine also happens at the start of the moment.
So
So the
which takes
question is,
precedence?
yeah, what came first? Exactly. The active player's triggers always go off first, and then the reactive.
So then you would get to disengage. So I should do it on the second then.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yes. All right.
Very cool.
So we'll go to resolution.
Okay.
Actually, no, it'll come back to me. Do I have anything fast? I have a dagger. I'll put it here.
Okay.
And I also have a wind shank. I'll do a combo here.
Okay.
And then I'll pass. So we'll go to resolution.
Okay.
Okay. Start a moment. I'm going to disengage.
I can't hit you.
So you miss.
Right.
Here, you're going to re-engage.
Yes.
Okay. Now, your card also says that if you close the distance, then you also get a bonus power die. So you're going to
Yes.
be rolling 3 dice here. I have nothing. I'm taking it in the face.
I get 3d6 on that, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
and there's no way for me to.
And that's because one for each card and the bonus die.
Exactly.
Focus, ready?
You're in trouble.
All right.
You are in trouble.
I'm taking 16. I'm going down to 12. All right.
Nice.
So you just rolled a 5 and I'm opposed. So I'm going to go down to 5 health. All right.
Nice.
Now the interesting thing is that you planned out a 12 action point turn. You can't afford this.
Right.
So what happens is that this is going to get pushed.
Oh.
It's going to become the first thing that you have to do on your next turn.
Oh, okay.
And I have you wide open.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to hit you for 5.
So now I have to lose
You lose 5 health.
5 health off the
Finally got you.
So I'm at 30. Oh, could you help me out? I'm sorry.
Oh
I
yeah,
got one hand.
sure. So we'll go down to 25.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you.
So turns over. All the cards go to discard. All the tokens, they just kind of go away.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to discard. And then now this is the thing that you are locked into for the turn.
Got it.
So what's kind of cool about that is that normally the active player has no idea what the opponent is doing.
But now you.
But now I do. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that.
Okay.
So at this point, in those 3 turns, we have gone over the basic core structure of the game itself.
Yes.
Okay. Each class kind of offers its own unique spin on combat, and we have 15 different classes.
So when you buy a pack, does it come with 2 classes?
Right. So what we have is we have a starter set. Okay. The starter set comes with the 2 classes that we just played today: the Volcanic Warrior and the Shadow Assassin.
Now with the moves like this, does it also come with all the extra
It comes
cards?
with all the tokens. It comes with the dice. It comes with everything that you need.
Very cool. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for showing me.
It also comes with a rules book, so you have all the rules, and a comic that kind of sets up the fight and why you guys hate each other so much.
Awesome. Thanks again. Thank you so much.
Yeah.